Ha ha ha. Do it.
So we've gotten some comments here on the channel. People want us to address Armon Wiggins, specifically a couple people saying they want us to check Armon Wiggins. Well, maybe we could, but let's get into some things, right? He has apologized to TASHA K for airing some things out. Let's go ahead and read this statement.
Armon states, "So wrong is wrong, and I'm an adult enough to admit it." At Unwind with Tasha K. "I apologize for the videos that were made with that caller who called in." Now, he emphasizes on the videos. "So I don't believe a single word he said. He seemed to be a clout chaser and a liar and used me to drag you."
Yes, and I believe that too. I mean, the first freaking couple videos they did together, it seemed like he was making up things right out of his head.
Right.
Because nothing was really adding up together. It was like, really, how is all of this just craziness happen to have happened in the same period of time?
Right. Well,
I'm just saying.
And I hate to place me in the middle of the drama, but I couldn't help myself. As soon as I seen Tasha K come out with her tweet yesterday stating how she dragged another vlogger and put him in her place. Now they were threatening court.
Yes.
Almost immediately, Armon started a live, and it seemed like within seconds or within minutes, Armon had a live going on, and this so-called alleged vlogger was on his live. Stated that they had some tea to spill. So with that being said, and where this apology is stemming from, if you keep up with Armon, really and truly for the past 4 or 5 days, he's had Tasha K in his mouth. Maybe not in every title, but he's been speaking of her. So the last 2 videos has had Tasha K in the title. He is, like I said, he says, "I apologize for the videos that were made from that caller that called in." Another thing that people will recognize is that the caller sounded very, very familiar as far as starting different drama issues on different platforms. T.S. Madison had this guy call in. There were several other, platforms, and people were going, "Hey, he sounds familiar." You know what I mean? Like, we know who that is. We don't know, but we know of. They knew and remembered his voice. So with that being said, there was a lot of comments that were being detracted or erased, deleted from the timeline last night or in the chat. And so that right there kind of made me speculate, like, what's really going on, because you didn't even get a chance to see if they were for or against what this alleged caller was saying. So I think it is kind of nice, and it's big of Armon to come out and apologize to Tasha K. After all, he is trying to get her attention every which way. This right here, of course, is direct. And maybe he unblocked her to go ahead and send this in order for her to see it. As we know, Armon he blocks a lot of people. So anything that you're kind of saying about him, he may or may not address. But all the same, I'm hoping that this guy right here gets exposed. Like, somebody needs to say who he is. Because evidently he's trying to make a living, a career off of just making up stuff as he goes. Like, I think it was almost instant.
Yeah, and I think it's that voice recognition he's going after. Oh. People will recognize him, and I think eventually it will. Yeah. Once he pops up with his own platform, people will recognize and subscribe.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
No, really. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even the scammers get ahead. Yeah. So. Well, that's all that tea. So tell us what you guys think about that. Now, we do want to address these people telling us to drag Armon Wiggins. Or, what was it? Check him. So, a couple people, like 4 people, have commented on our Instagram or our YouTube channel to address Armon.
Right.
Why haven't we talked about him and all that? It has been about a month, right?
Right.
So, this all stems back from a Cancel Zeus live he did. And he invited us all over to come listen on a website, a streaming website. So I checked that out, and he was like, send your tweets, and that's how we can interact with each other, right? Let's try to trend Twitter. Well, not that many people were showing up, so that wasn't gonna happen. But I did say, you know what I mean? You could trend if you get this together. He retweeted it. We were showing some support. So I was like, okay, let's try to build, you know, a little more. Let's get, he was reading my comment on live. So I was like, okay, let's take this a little further. I wanted to address a mod that he had. Which I didn't know. It was a day one mod on the Armon Wiggins show. But I did call her Dusty because she deleted and blocked my comments. It was very odd because I was sending nothing but support for Armon. We did say a couple things, you know, some jokes in our commentary. You know, about his card reading. A lot of people don't like the card reading. That's no shade. That just is what it is. We own cards. I mean, that's no shade. It's a game, though. So to take it on this like spiritual level and stuff, we can make poke a little fun. Because a lot of the times, no, that's not true. And then people like on the show were even telling him, no, Armon, I don't know those don't relate to me. It's changing. So it was just, you know, that's just was what it was. We're always going to point out, you know, our opinions, our bias, and
because,
you know, the facts.
Hold up, only because we thought that Armon could deal with constructive criticism. That's all it is.
But I know he can't. You know what I mean? And it's all good. Go ahead. You know, he wanted to go ahead and block our channel. He blocked us on every single platform because I called his mod Dusty for doing that, which I was wrong. I can admit. But, you know, to block me, that's uncalled for. But if you want to do that, I went ahead and blocked him back. That was just the petty in me. But, you know, from there, you know, I left it there. I didn't know if we should cover Armon anymore.
Thing is, too, with Armon is he addresses us like if our whole channel consists of nothing but Armon material.
I don't think he's speaking to us when he says that. So I don't. That is all talk. People. I haven't even seen any channels that have built their whole channel around him. So who's he really talking about?
That's exactly why I feel in my feelings. Because it's like you can be addressing 10 different people at one time, but whenever I go in...
apparently we're just all... we're all in one group. All of us who talk about him are just they. So I just accepted it, whatever. That's all. That's his opinion.
So with that, you know, and everything unfolding the way it was just the way he was using his words. And this is just the reason why I did not want to initiate Armon any longer with our content is because if he was going to be so negative about it and really not DM us and say, look, you know what I mean? This is what's happening. I would really appreciate if you guys step off to those that he knows are content creators. Then it would make me feel like, okay, at least he's putting me in my lane. But whenever you just kind of stack us all up against each other, it's like, oh, okay. We don't care. Like, we've been riding with you since day one, too. But not like, you know, I don't know. I just don't get it. And when you reject me once, I'm just like, okay, bye. You know? I was hoping to kind of, you know what I mean, build you up, lift you up. You know what I mean? That's all. But Armon's not that kind of content creator. He just does not like you speaking. He doesn't want anyone speaking. You can't disagree with him.
And you can't disagree. And that's also, you know, that's what originally got his mod all up in her feelings, because I did send a comment where I disagreed with something he said. So, but that shouldn't. It was no shade.
Well, I mean, the thing about that specific mod is I think that she's like, so she feels like she has to like nest him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he appreciates that because she shows a lot of, you know, like she cares. You know what I mean? And
that's always nice.
Right. It is. However, it's always important to know as well that if somebody is actually helping you or hurting you. And that's just the way I see things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we do have a couple members that have publicly spoken out. Current members and past members who have been removed by Armon. Just recently last night during this whole thing, while he was having his mods and him go on a little block spree.
As I mentioned,
a lot of people were involved. I seen him personally as he looked down and tapped. One of his mods got their comment deleted. And then after the live was over, another mod popped up in and said, or not a mod, it was a member. She popped up and she said, you know, I can't believe this. I've been put on the red list. I've been deleted and blocked. Why would I be? I've been writing for you for so long.
You could feel it.
She was really hurt. And she said she's unsubscribing and she's done. She said she's done with Armon Wiggins if he's gonna allow this to happen to her.
Nonetheless, she tried to address him 3 times back to back, and just
3 comments
ignored.
back to back. So she was having her feels,
right?
Which I totally agree with what she's saying.
Absolutely,
because that's what I don't like about these mods.
Right?
Why? And I get, you're a day one. You're the first one to support Armon. Okay, that's cool. But why does that mean that you get an authority to just block everyone and delete everyone?
Yeah, it's a whole different kind of show.
That's blocking Armon's shine.
Right. And it, to me, when Armon approves of things like that, it makes it a whole different kind of show.
Way different.
Right. And so it's not entertainment at that point. Now it's like, what is really going, like, really?
Yeah, and when you speak of all these, I'm trying to get to the top. I want to get, I want to be like, when is this going to happen if you're letting this platform be sabotaged? Mm-hmm. And we've seen other people who have followed this path. They let people take control of their channels and then block everyone. And then it's like, wait a minute, now you're only getting 12 people in your chat when you used to get 1,000 people per live. Mm-hmm. What happened? Oh, your mod blocked everybody.
Right. And it's sad to see almost 2,000 people in your chat. I mean, like in your live, and you only have like 20 people participate in the conversation below because so many have been blocked. Yeah. Like, this is his formula.
Armon will have 5,000 people in there and only 100 people can comment. That's sad. Yeah. That should not be. You should have 1,000 people commenting. Armon, look at your numbers and notice there's something wrong. Okay? But let me bring some other details to the table now. So there has been other channels that have made, this is something that I think has gone to Armon Wiggins' head, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So allegedly, he's made $14,000 in 1 month this year, and that has given him this huge ego boost, and that's what caused him this little tirade. Ooh, ha ha ha! Do it. So, I've seen a lot of people on this platform.
Don't he say he's broke?
He did say he's broke, and that's real funny. But, you got to do what you got to do to get these people to donate. That's how he gets these big, $500 things.
Which is a whole nother video.
No, I don't believe the conspiracy that is fake. I really do think that's real. But let's not get off topic here. Now, so Armon made this big check, right? Mm-hmm. And it's gone to his head. He thinks, let's just block everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody that ain't giving me money. Everybody that's not, okay, that's all good. And of course, you can rely on the AdSense.
Maybe that's where his attitude comes from.
Yes,
Our names look familiar, and he goes, you don't donate. You don't pay my bills.
That's what he says. That's what he says. Okay. Which I feel like I need to subscribe to you for at least 3 years before I'm throwing my coin at you. And, I was going to prepare to get a pretty good stack for Armon. But I guess that's off the table.
Right.
Obviously.
It's like this, though, too.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
He don't care. He's making money either way. So, like I'm saying, I've seen multiple creators let this money go to their head. I can specifically bring up someone, you can ask her yourself, Sky Santana, who exploded here on YouTube in 2016. She was making really good money, and 1 month she made that $20,000 check. So what do you think happened? Ego. Just ego everywhere, right? Yeah. She moved out of her parents' house. She was destroyed that relationship, told them, F off.
Oh, really?
We ain't, I ain't down with y'all no more. And then them paychecks dropped dramatically, and the views. You know what I mean? That's where the money comes from. So this happens, you know what I mean? These big waves of pay, but don't let it go to your ego. It can stop any day.
The analytics has a radar on your ego. As soon as it knows that there's something exciting, you know what I mean, about that click, it's like, cut it off. You got to be very careful, because not every month's, estimate is the same. It's just not. And not only that, but the same way you was made, you can be broke. It's like, oh my God. So, I don't know.
So that's just my point. You know what I mean? Take that as you want, Armon. I know you're listening. You know what I mean? You could go throw some shots on the next live. It is what it is.
Yeah, when you're watching the way his content is rolling out, it's changed a lot. You know what I mean? It's changed a lot. It's not like it was, in the beginning. And it's changing. Like, it's totally changing. And
that's what he said on his Twitter too. He will be changing the content. He's trying to do a total, complete overhaul. Another thing he said you know, he doesn't care about this whole layout. He will scrap the whole channel to relaunch.
That's a lie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do that. I think he means
like
I think he means he'll just change things.
Right,
He's not really going to delete anything or anything.
Okay, you ain't. I mean, you. Okay, I'm just gonna watch from the outside in, and I'm gonna wish him luck. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wish him luck, but it's like
I want to see every content creator here on the platform win. Now you can put me in my feelings. I ain't gonna doubt that. You know what I mean? Armon, all this shade throwing and things. You've been addressing me directly. Let's just put that out there. I know that for a fact. I asked you certain questions, you ignored it, and then you go on live and throw the shots and say you don't owe me anything. Okay, fine. That whatever, you don't.
Yeah.
But for all this disrespect, I don't see why any of this is called for unless you want drama. Like, I guess that's the formula.
No,
I really
honestly,
am starting to think this is the formula.
He literally confuses me. One day he'll be like, let him talk. The next day he's like, don't talk about me. And I'm like, look, all that bipolar, I cannot. Okay,
Yeah,
I need to know what you want, what you expect. But also as another content creator, I don't got to do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have to talk about you. That's the reason why I just left it the way it was.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
at this point, I was like, oh, okay, well then let people that's paying your bills start new platforms and start talking about you. Because if no one can talk about you, you're not gonna go up the tier. You gotta let it go.
Yes, and let's bring up PewDiePie. The number one YouTuber here on the platform has 100 million subscribers.
Right.
Let me say that again. 100 million. Armon, you don't even have 100,000. So this ego needs to drop a little down. You can get a whole lot further than this little $14,000 check you got, okay,
Right.
Armon?
No, exactly.
I want you to know there's bigger and better things out there in the world than just a little $14,000 check, okay?
Imagine what he could have if he was to constantly plug merch. Constantly plug, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do affiliate
and get endorsements.
Links, affiliate link. Yeah, he doesn't mention any of this. So $14,000 and that's putting up content on YouTube and that's the only, you know what I mean? That's the only source of revenue that came from. It's pretty good. But honestly, when you start to take YouTube seriously, then you'll really learn how to make some money on YouTube because YouTube is like the low tier of the income, you know what I mean, that you can make on this platform. So when he learns that, we can all tell that he doesn't know exactly how to make all, you know what I mean, hit the fullest potential. But also I wanted to point it out that as a content creator, it's kind of our job to talk on everybody that's at a certain standard because we want them to actually progress and be known on these YouTube streets. And that's
exactly like I was bringing up PewDiePie.
Right.
PewDiePie has like hundreds of people make videos about him every day. That's a goal for a lot of people.
Yes.
That's how you get that free press from everybody.
Exactly. And no, exactly. Whenever you get somebody that just has no clue on how to really build you know what I mean? You are a product. So it's like, I just don't understand. I try to, you know what I mean, like, what is it called? Whenever you just really want to know exactly what somebody stands for. I just can't figure that out with Armon. And that's what makes me go, what is he doing on YouTube if he's not doing what we do? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm just gonna wait for him to actually learn it all and actually learn to appreciate it. And it is what it is, and it's all business. You know what I mean? From the moment that you make a platform on YouTube, it's all business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. As well, please subscribe to Mouth. If you have not done that already, if you don't know, now you know. Thank you so much for watching Mouth TV. Please subscribe if you have not done that already. Sign up for notifications. Tell us what you think about this whole situation in the comment section below. We love to interact with you guys. Mouth TV, covering all of the drama, cloud chasing, headlining stories, right here on Mouth TV. We'll see you guys in the next one.